trading is one of the most stressful jobs in the world. Now, this is not an over-exaggeration. I have been trading actively for the past 7 years, so I can attest to the fact that trading is incredibly stressful. Now, you must be able to manage that stress. So here are a few tips on how to manage the incredible amounts of stress associated with trading. Hello, my name is Thomas Krallo and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk all things money, trading and finances in general. Now today's topic is incredibly important. Trading is a great business and a great way to make a lot of money, but it's also a great way to go insane. So you must be able to take your mind off of trading. However, I have so far in my YouTube channel I've discussed a few tips and tricks how not to trade, meaning that if you are upset or pissed off or just generally in a negative mood, then you shouldn't really be doing any trading. Now that's quite simple, but how to deal with the stress in the process of in the middle of the trading day. Now, of course, you could always just give up on trading and not trade on that given day anymore. However, there is actually just one thing that I've been using for the past few years. And that technique is called Vim Hof Breathing Exercises. Now, you're gonna laugh at me probably, and when I've heard this from my coach, and she actually recommended it to me, and quite honestly, I didn't really think much of it at the time. However, as I've started doing those breathing exercises, it did help me out a lot. Now, you have to understand that these kinds of breathing exercises, they cannot be compared to some kind of chemical doping like antidepressants or stuff like that. So it's not going to be chemically altering your mind too much. Now, these breathing exercises have been created by Wim Hof himself. So you can actually Google him or search him on YouTube, research him on YouTube, and once again, Wim Hof. He's quite easy to find. He's actually doing quite a lot of crazy stuff, so he's quite a cool guy. So go ahead and check him out. And let me just tell you about his breathing exercises.
So whenever you're stressed out, do what I'm about to show you and your body chemistry will return to normal. You will fuel your blood with oxygen and you will feel the stress completely fading away. I know that this might seem a bit silly and a bit funny. However, this has been helping me for the past few years. So whenever I feel really stressed out, I'll lay down on an even surface. You can do it on the floor, on the couch, on the bed, and you can actually even do it sitting up as Wim Hof is instructing it. However, the best way to do it is by laying down and having something like a pillow beneath your head. So these breathing exercises, once again, are designed to clear up your lungs and clean your blood, basically from the CO2, and make it rich of oxygen, and therefore clean up your bodily chemistry. And well, I'm not as good of explaining it as Wim Hof himself. Basically, during our normal business days, when especially for traders, when we're constantly sitting down for like 12 hours a day, we are constantly breathing with really small breaths. So we are not usually breathing deeply. So a deep breath is something like, and normally when you're at your trading desk or in the office or anywhere else, I mean doing some brain work as I call it, then our breath is usually very, very short and very small. And when we breathe like this, then CO2 accumulates in our blood, and that's why we often get headaches and we feel nauseous and even sometimes disoriented. This is all basically the circulation of our blood and the consistency of the blood, of the CO2 and the oxygen. So this is one of the ways that you could actually make yourself feel a lot better and feel a lot less stress without any chemical input into your body. So this exercise is really simple, and it's actually quite a lot of fun. So what you have to do is you have to breathe in you have to fill your lungs full of oxygen, in a very special way. So step number one is breathing in with your belly. So this looks like this. So your belly has to inflate just like that. Then the next step is actually moving on to your lungs. When we are breathing in with our belly, we are breathing in with the bottom of the lungs. So you're stretching out the bottom of your lungs, and that's where you should start. So number one, the belly, and then we are moving on to the chest. This is step number two. So as you could just see, I did the first breathe in with my stomach, and the next one to continue filling my lungs with air, I used my chest. That's the middle of the lungs and the upper part of the lungs. So step one, step two, and then the step three, you have to imagine like you're actually breathing in with your head. So trying to pull the oxygen right into your brain. And that's gonna look like, the three steps are gonna look like this. I know it looks silly, but bear with me. So once again, belly, chest, mind and brain. And once you did all three, then you have to breathe out normally. So you shouldn't really breathe the whole air out of your lungs like so there is nothing left in there. No, breathe in full lungs and then just release it. Don't push it out, just release it. So once again, belly, chest, brain, release. And you have to do that about 30 times in one rep. And there are gonna be 3 reps in total. And now once you have done it 30 times, your last breathe out, you must breathe out normally, so by releasing and then holding your breath for as long as you can, for about 1 minute or 1 minute 30. But if it is going to be your first time doing it, then you might not be able to hold your breath for so long. Maybe you'll be able to hold it for just 20 seconds, 30 seconds. That's okay. So once again, on the last 30th breath, as we release it, and that's it. Just hold your breath for as long as you can. And once you feel like you cannot hold your breath any longer, breathe in full lungs of air and hold your breath once again for about 10 seconds. And then breathe normally for about 5 to 10 seconds. So that's gonna be 1 rep. Once again, belly, chest, brain, releasing it, doing it 30 times, these kinds of breaths 30 times, and on the 30th release of air from your lungs, hold your breath for as long as you can, for 1 minute, 1 minute 30. Then when you feel like you cannot hold it any longer, 1 full breath, so breathe in full lungs of air and hold it for another 10 seconds. Then release the air and breathe normally for about 5 to 10 seconds. And this is gonna be 1 rep, and you have to do at least 3 reps. I usually do just 3 reps. I don't do any more. And in the process, you'll feel quite interesting. So you'll feel some tingling in your fingers, maybe some numbness in your lips and your face, and it's gonna be quite an interesting experience. And this is the sign that you're doing the exercise properly and correctly, and your blood is cleaning up, and you'll feel how the stress is fading away. And actually, in the process, you can also turn on some relaxing music. Maybe you can find it on YouTube. Just type in relaxation, meditation music or stuff like that. It's quite nice as well. And yeah, so listen to that music, do 3 reps like these, and then relax for about 2 to 3 minutes, and you'll feel how the stress is completely leaving your body, and you'll feel a lot better in general. And these exercises, according to Wim Hof, are also quite good for weight loss and just generally keeping proper bodily chemistry. So there you have it. That's exactly how I deal with my stress. Just one simple technique, and it has made a world of difference for me
for my general mental health and for my trading as well in general. For my trading career, it has lifted a lot of stress, and I feel a lot less stressed out while trading. And whenever I feel that my stress levels are building up, then I'm leaving the trading station and I'm doing these exercises just the way I just showed you. I know that my instructions just now probably were not perfect, so feel free to look up Wim Hof on YouTube and watch his videos on the same techniques, and he's explaining it in a better way, and he also talks about all the benefits and how it actually works and how it helps out your chemistry and stuff like that. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope these exercises will help you deal with trading stress, and I wish you best of luck. And by the way, I'm currently running some live webinars still, and some of them are actually available pre-recorded, so on demand. So hit the link down in the description and join my free trading webinar if you haven't joined one before. Alright, thank you very much for your attention. Please like the video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next videos.